Hello there, this is Priscilla Batzell. That's me right there. And that's my book, because I can. It's finally here, I got it, yay! It's available on the Amazon link below the video, so I guess that's enough of that self-aggrandizement. I love you guys. Welcome to another video in Expressionist Art Studios Gallery's backyard, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but it's going to involve this 16 by 20 inch canvas. I'm going to move my little stool out of the way. Try not to paint my book. Alright, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do up until a few minutes ago, and I think what I'm going to do is spread some paint and look for my glasses. Oh no. Okay, I got a spare pair. Those will work. And this is my OXO omelet turning spatula coming into view now. It's a warm day here in Florida, but not a really, really warm day. It's pretty bright under my white canopy, so it's a little harder to see than I'd like it to be, even with glasses on, the difference between white paint and white canvas, but I am seeing that there's stuff in my paint. Someday I will sieve my paint. I recommend it. I definitely do. So I think what I want to do right now is just start with the top half, because my spatula works so well. I'm not going to worry about it, except for I'm seeing too much stuff. Alright. Not going to worry about my edges yet. Actually, I'm just going to put enough paint on that edge so I don't have to worry about it when the time comes. I'm thinking that I've been dying to play with sort of surreal, not surreal, impressionist, maybe not impressionist, expressionist, scapes. Maybe we'll have to invent a new word, fantasy scapes or something similar. I don't really want that to go in the bucket yet, so I'm going to use my wet rag and wipe it off. And I am going to mix a pan of colors, and they're not going to necessarily make any sense. I do want to use up some colors that I have in the bottom of things. My original plan was to go as obnoxious as possible and kind of randomly and not worry about anything except for pushing my limit. Pushing my outer limits, making my limits. That looks like it's not as shaken as I'd like it to be. And I want to continue with what I like as opposed to what I said. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think some white and some yellow would be good in there. And not sure about the yellow. What else? What else? What else? I have some really freaky colors here. Hopefully I shook them. I think I shook almost everything out here. So those are different. I am going to pull the paint off of that. What else do I want in there? I want some of this. Is it very similar to that? Yes, it is. Which means I'm going to go back to... That is a minty green color shift from Folk Art. And I don't think I have any blue in there, and if I don't stop soon, I will have too much paint again. So that's the Prussian blue, even though it looks very black. And I still love this green. And I am going to use my shovel, because I can. The name of the book! Yay! I'd like a whole bunch of paint in there, actually. And maybe that will mean that I can make it all the way across. Sometime I'd like to just tip my canvas so thoroughly, like this, that I make it across easily, and down the other side. Maybe if I turn that around, I can make it down this other side too. It doesn't really have to match up. It'll just drag the rest of the paint over the edge. And that's pretty cool. It just makes me want to add more weird colors to my paint box, which is what I'm going to do right now, and go one more layer down and do the exact same thing. And I have no paint on this bottom half of the canvas, so we don't know what that's going to look like. or how it's going to spread. But it will give me the opportunity. Whoop. Yeah, I want that paint to go over the edge. Yes, I do. To throw a black stripe in there, because I can. And I was planning on spreading some paint on the bottom of this, but I'm not sure what paint I want to spread on there yet. And I'm definitely changing up the colors in my box right there. I'm thinking it's going to be the opposite. If I add that sky blue, that's just numb. I want some pale colors down at the bottom. Don't ask me why. That's not my favorite pink, but it does have its usefulness. We'll see if I still feel that way in a minute. How about covering that up? And what else? I don't know. I want some really pale color, and I don't have very many of those. I don't think that's going to be it either. That's definitely dark. Okay, so pale colors are right there. We go. It's going to be another oceanscape. Go figure. All right, so I guess if I want to, I can take the white paint and put a pile of it on one end. This is me guessing, honestly, and taking my smaller spatula, I'm going to take that little bit of paint off there, just because I can, and I'm going to take this paint and spread it across. I didn't start right at the corner because I thought I might want to come back again, and I did. And I'm really still intending on dumping a stripe. And I have this bead of paint up at the top. Well, not top. Your top. My bottom. That, for some reason, looks like... No, I guess it isn't. I thought it was a hair, but it's not. And it will disappear shortly. You know what I don't have in here that I really want? I want some gold. So I'm going to put not just gold, but black and gold and white and green. I know it could be the pearl iridescent, but I don't think that's what I want to use right now. I just want some totally different looking colors and patterns. This is totally an experiment. No idea how this is going to turn out at all. I can take some of this paint that I started with, maybe let it run over the edge, and maybe, just maybe, we'll let that run too. Got some nice cells popping up, at least on the bottom. The gold is amazing for that. So now, I think, I don't know what I think. Honest to God, I don't know what I think. I am going to put some gold in the middle here, just for no other reason than the fact that it sells, and I have paint next to it, and that seems like it would be fun. And as much as I like that black, I also love this Prussian blue. She had no idea what she was doing when she started. No, she did not. I'd like to sometimes start halfway across, so I have paint that I know about coming back the other way. Alright, so I don't really have anything on that bottom edge that I can knock down over, and I kind of would like to have something, and I'm thinking maybe that something mixing with the black and the blue, whether you can see it or not is another question, is the gold. So I have paint that's spilling over, so let's just use it. Paint flows to paint. Kind of like that green down there. Wow, I'm surprised. Let's just do that. Do some anomalous green in my scriddlings, my drippings. It's always fun to play with wherever you see some gold, because my gold is made with the mica powder that you can find on the Amazon link. I just mix it right up with my GAC 800 by Golden, which I put in all my paints to keep them from cracking when they're thick, and I want to leave a pattern in place. Alright, so that's kind of cool, and I haven't torched, and I do have a torch handy, and Actually, that's really gorgeous. We got 6 minutes left. I'm going to have a little bit of a torch. The fact that the canvas was tilted as I added the stripes made it easier to say that it was agitated because it was stretching the paint patterns out. I like that white in between, so I'm not going to mind if I do that again. And I'm thinking I'm just going to make up another pan of colors right now with way more brights. Whoa, do not fall over, torch. Alright, so I've got I've got the bottom. And what else? I have all kinds of magentas around here. I also have some of that, ooh, awesomeness. Neon pink. This time we're going to put some of the white pearl in there. My favorite color is still this, that turquoise color shift from Folk Art. I want some purple. I want more purple than I had. And I think some of the darker purple will be good. Maybe not everywhere, but somewhere. And do I want more of that? I'm not sure I do. That pink did not seem to, well, a little bit goes a long way. It's there. I'm not putting more in. But here's my magenta. And I think what I really want is the magenta red, which is less red-orange and more pinky red. And what else do I want? I want some lighter orange. And maybe some yellow. I think so. Do I think so? I'm not sure. I said I wanted more purple and then I went the other direction. But I have some beautiful dark purple with some iridescent pearl from golden in it. So I'm just going to go, do I want, you know, I need that Prussian blue because it's so nice and dark. And I guess we'll find out in a minute how much paint. I'm going to try and scrape the bottom of my shovel off this time. Whoops. And I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to let that catch up because I got going a little faster than I was ready to be. That seemed to be a lot unlevel. Still seems to be a little more unlevel than I want it to be. Well, I might have to straighten my stripe out. That's going to be different. I love stripes. I think if you've been around my paintings before, you know I love stripes. I am always finding new ways to make stripes. And so that's pretty cool right there. I don't know how much further I want to go. I kind of like the idea of some yellow over there. I don't know what's possessing it. What now, she said, not knowing at all. I have spatulas, although the one I wanted to use should go in the bucket. And I'm just going to spread that out. Because that white paint is still somewhat damp. Somewhat, like in some places it's not as damp. So do I want to just add another yellow streak over there? Because that would be artsy. I think so. Just seems like something I want to do for fun. This was all meant to be a warm-up so I could do something else. Very light touch. I'm not putting any pressure on that blade at all. That's a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, and those are on my Amazon link as well. I think, as much as I like that, I like this one up here with more yellow in it. So I'm tempted to even that stripe out. Might be not as easy as I'm intimating it could be. Just going to keep trying to even that out again. Can't expect perfection. You really can't. It's fluid art. It's got stuff mixed in it. So that's kind of neat, but I want something orange over there. And maybe I should just go ahead and take my shovel and run it right along my edge. Got some pretty stripes. I think maybe just grab some more. I've got the paint to use, I might as well use it. How thin can I make it go? I am pretty sure it will probably still become something else. I'm going to let my shovel do the talking right down here on the edge of this paint, so I have something to flow over the edge. I think that's going to work out well for me. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm going to take this gorgeous paint right out of my shovel using the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula number 2. And then I'm going to clean it off on my edge without mixing it any more than I can possibly stand, because I know that yellow will turn everything to brown if I'm not cautious. Extraordinarily cautious is what I need to be when adding all these other colors to anything near yellow. Just tapping ever so gently. And I have enough other paint in my box so that I can drip that down over the edge as well and follow up. Now I have that lovely thick paint stripe, and I have to decide if I want to do something to it or not. I don't think I really need to, other than maybe torching. Got 18 seconds left, and then I'll be able to tell you all the other stuff I usually tell you. I'm going to have a quick torch into the breeze. I really still want some orange there, but I'm nervous about it being the wrong orange. Right in the middle of my stripe too, okay. Alright. So we've got 2 minutes left for me to tell you everything I need to tell you, and I'm going to start with saying at the last 20 seconds of the video, you will find my playlist with over 450 videos. So if you want to enjoy binge watching, that's your go-to place. You can also subscribe there. You can find my website there, as incomplete as it is. There's a job for someone out there who lives in Spring Hill, by the way, if you want to come and help me with my website, because I don't really do enough of that. I like that down there, but I want to see what happens when I add some other colors in there, because I'm just not that big of a fan of that pink. I've got some white from when I spread my paint originally over there. You know, this is just fun. I kind of want a black stripe there, and you're going to be gone, and I'm going to be here all alone having to make these decisions all by myself. So I'm just going to do that. And yes, thank God I have a steady hand. Ha! Or somewhat, barely. Alright, so I guess that's it, really. All I have to do is torch everything to make sure there are no bubbles in the paint, and say this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio, expecting you to be gone very shortly. So I will tell you that if you want to find the wet and dry artworks from YouTube videos, look at the bottom of the description, where you'll also find Pinterest and Instagram links for my Facebook albums, volumes 1, 2, and 3, which I have not finished filling up for a while, and I'm so sorry about that. I already told you could find the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas and the OXO omelet turning spatula, which I started by spreading white paint with, on the Amazon link, as well as the gold mica powder. And should you happen to want any of that, I will give you the recipe that I use to mix it up. It's not difficult, as long as you have some GAC 800 by Golden, which I recommend because it keeps my paint from cracking when it's thick. That was a little piece of canvas I didn't need there. And I see what looks like maybe a little more canvas that I don't need there. And it may have just been dried white paint, but I'd rather be safe than sorry at this point. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. It helps my placement, the placement of my videos on YouTube. I love you guys. Thanks for the contributions. If you join a contest by contributing through PayPal or Patreon, the drawing will be in March sometime. I'm not sure when it'll be yet. And I told you guys I love you. What more is there to say? I love you. I will see you anon. I give lessons at the house and I sell my artwork, so just ask me if you want to know anything. And that was fun. Thank you for joining me.